Hello people of the world, I hope that you have been well. So as I promised in one of my previous videos, I am doing a full month trial of specific items because I have got extremely oily skin which is dehydrated, badly dehydrated, and I wanted to actually try these particular products out for a whole month without trying anything else, using other products as well, and just to see whether it makes any difference and what the outcome will be. So this is going to be day one, even though I'm filming this on the 2nd of September. I missed the day before. Part of the reason why I wanted to wait until the beginning of the month was because I am crap at remembering when I start stuff. I've started, you know, fitness programs or whatever, something probably week 1 or week 2, and then I've forgotten when it is. So I thought I'd wait until the beginning of the month. So it's day 2. I'm sure it's not going to make any difference when we get to the end of September, but it is to test my skin. Those who don't know, I've got very large pores, specifically in this area here. I've obviously aging, but I don't care about that. I'm not bothered. But it's more the large pores, which then of course tends to be, when you have large pores, you also end up with having super oily skin as well. I'm trying to see whether I can make a difference with regards to the texture of my skin, so that it's all smooth, because I tend to have textured skin around the top of the cheekbones, which is why I tend not to use highlighters, because then they tend to highlight any imperfections that you have. So I'm going to see whether it really makes a difference to how my skin looks and how my skin feels. As you can see, I've got dark marks here on the side, and also I've got, because my eyes are prominent but also deep set, I've also got the actual dark part on the inner socket of the eyes as well. I actually haven't got an eye serum or eye treatment in this range. I did see one, but I don't know why I didn't buy it. But I will be buying it either today or tomorrow, and then of course I'll be using the whole range, including for the eyes as well. But this is what my skin looks like. You've seen the title. I've got 4 products here from Deciem. These are actually specifically for the Hylamide products, and the first one I'm going to start off with is going to be Hylamide SubQ Skin, which is an advanced serum for multi-depth rehydration and reduction in the look of fine lines and irregularities. So for me, the reason why I actually got this was for the deep hydration that it's actually claiming to give. That's what I want to go for. So this is the first product that I'm going to apply to my skin. So that is Hylamide SubQ Pore, which is a serum. Okay, so that's the first item. The next item I'm going to go with after that. So this one you apply all over your face. After each application, I'm going to wait a few minutes and then use it. So this one you use, I believe it says visibly targets certain areas, surface rehydration, below surface hydration, as well as fine lines, wrinkles, dynamic lines, whatever those are, and also textural irregularities. What did I say? Textured skin. So this is meant to target those specific areas, and you are meant to use it, I believe it's in AM and PM as well. So yeah, unfortunately it's about to hit 12 o'clock, so I need to hurry up so that I can remain within the AM period as well. Next item is going to be this one. This is Hylamide Pore Control, which is daily visible oil and pore control serum, and this one is actually meant to hydrate the skin without drying out your skin, to be able to kind of work with reducing the excessive oil on your skin, and you also apply this one twice daily before application of hydrators. So you've got that one. Part of the reason why I'm using that beforehand rather than this one, I'll decide whether this one goes in first or not. Right, so you've got that one, but this is Hylamide Pore Control. So that's the one here. Let me bring it closer. That's the second product. I'm also going to then, which is one I'm really looking for today, which I'm going to test today and come back to you in a minimum of 6 hours to see whether it makes any difference, is this one here. Yes, people, I have been looking forward to trying this. This is, oh, I'm so excited. This is Hylamide Matte 12. And this one is actually meant to give you up to 12 hours of visibly matte and pore-free finished. Hello! come on, with it says here, with oil binding adaptives, crystals, and pore vanishing nanoprisms, nanoprisms, whatever that is. So you are meant to use this. It helps to mattify the skin and minimizes pores without actually, it doesn't contain things like chalk or anything that would actually suck the life out and the moisture out of your skin, which is why I really wanted to go for this. It actually is meant to hydrate your skin at the same time as keeping the oils at bay, which is what I really, really want, because my biggest problem is also that my skin is very dehydrated. Now, with this particular one here, you can use it if you, generally speaking, you're meant to use this after you apply your foundation, liquid foundation that is, and not powder, liquid foundation. The only problem I have with this one is that that's not how I'm going to be using it. I am going to use this before applying liquid foundation, because for me, I can't do it. Once I've got my foundation in place, I cannot use my fingers, which is what you're meant to use, to then go over with, you know, over the foundation and touch it and everything. I'm sorry, I can't. But it also, even though it recommends for you to use it after you apply the liquid foundation, it also says that you can be creative how you use it. You can actually use it before. You can actually include it in the foundation. So if you've got your liquid foundation, dab a bit in there and voila, you can use it. So I've decided to be creative and use it before. So that's definitely the third item I'm going to use. The fourth item, however, does kind of something similar, but it's more targeted towards blurring the skin and getting rid of any imperfections. So I'm going to actually target this and just where my large pores are. I'm not going to apply this anywhere else. This one is Hylamide HA Blur, which is for says here, hyaluronic based prismatic blurring surface finisher. Right, so this is what it is, and I'm just going to target at where my pores are, and then I'm going to apply my makeup as I normally do. And yeah, so I'm going to do that. And it does say here to apply this one, apply over or mix with liquid foundation. Can also be worn alone without makeup. Any powder makeup products should be used after the application of HA Blur. If irritation occurs, blah, blah, blah. By the way, all of them say if irritation occurs, then obviously stop using it. And it will also recommend for you to do a patch test. So I'm not doing a patch test, so that's my fault. But of course, when it comes to you, you're going to be very safe and try it properly, aren't you? Aren't you? Okay, so that's the first item, Hylamide Pore Control that I've used. As you can see, it's instantly mattified my skin. My skin feels kind of really clean as well. No irritation or anything on my skin either. And it's just really doesn't take long at all to be absorbed into the skin as well. So that's the first item. We're going to move on to the next one, which is going to be SubQ Skin, as it is a hydrator. I decided to use this one first. So let's get on with this one here. So far so good, no complaints. This is what my skin looks like. I can still obviously see my pores, but obviously I'm not expecting something like this to happen, to work instantaneously. This is something that takes time to work through your skin. But yeah, no reaction, nothing at all. Now the next item is going to be Hylamide Matte 12, and this is the one that I'm I've been looking forward to. Consistency wise is as such, and I'm sure I've got way too much there, so I'm going to try and see if I can get rid of some. And this is the one that may leave a white cast on the skin. This is the one that's meant to also help blur the skin. So I can't wait. It's very, very tacky, texture wise and or feel wise. So I'm just gonna sort of dab that onto my skin and see what that feels like. And I'm covering my nose because that is the one area that always gets shiny before anything else. Super, super shiny. And yeah. Alrighty, so it is in place. It's not dry yet, so I'm going to allow it to dry. I still can't see the white cast that it kind of warned about, so that's that. Pores look okay, and doesn't feel bad at all. And what I like is that despite having these kind of layers of different products put on, my skin doesn't feel as if it's not able to breathe. It feels kind of fresh and clean as well, and also moisturized, which is great, and feels actually hydrated. So I'm gonna go and do my eyebrows, put the foundation on, do the rest of my makeup, and then I'm gonna do my eyebrows and do my foundation, and then we can apply the last item on just where the pores are. I'm a bit nervous about that one because, as I said earlier, I don't like touching my foundation once it's in place. I will set it and everything and leave it alone back. I'm going to try it just in the areas where my pores are really clearly visible here to see if it really does blur anything or not. I'm just going to try the last one, which is Hylamide HA Blur. And I'm actually going to use my sponge because, do you know what? Let me try it first with the finger and see what it's like. I've got foundation in place clearly, as you can see, and I'm just going to dab it where I've got my pores. Yeah, you see now I'm not a fan of applying things after, and I don't think it makes much of a difference. Yeah, for me this is a no. I'm going to try it with a sponge and see if that makes any difference at all. It's a little bit here and a little bit there. I might be a lot happier with it that way. Yeah, I'm happier using a sponge. Okay, so I've used the sponge. I haven't seen any difference with regards to blurring the pores, to be honest. Yeah, that one is doesn't do anything for me. Alright people, this is my face all done. I need to step out. By the way, I actually finished using all the products I'm testing before 12 o'clock. Thank goodness for that, because I want to test these for about 6 hours. I think this is one of those where you appreciate after you've actually applied all the products. It ended up being not too bad applying the last product, which is the Hylamide HA Blur. After the foundation, but I really would never touch it using my fingers. I would have to use a sponge, otherwise it's a no-no. For me, preferably, I would actually apply this before I apply the liquid foundation, just because I've got a phobia of having to touch my face after I've used a foundation on my face. And also I use a few other products. After that foundation, I used a powder to set under the highlighted areas and then dusted it off, and just the usual. Finish it off with the Charlotte Tilbury's new magic powders. She's got a deeper shade now, and yeah, and a bit of blush and so on. So this is the finished look, and I think it actually looks really, really smooth. I'm not too sure how long this is going to hold on to, to stay matte for, but I'm stepping out and I'm going to be out for at least 4 hours. So we shall see around the 6-hour mark what my face looks like, but it feels hydrated. It feels really, really nice and really comfortable. I have no complaints whatsoever. My son, who's sitting over there, is sort of making movements, taking a mic. But apart from that, guys, I will see you guys later on in a few hours. Bye. Good evening, people. It is now 7:33 in the evening. So I've had this on for 7.5 hours, and this is what my face looks like. Yes, you can see the big amount of huge shine on my face. I have not touched my face today. I've not blotted it at all. In fact, I had a face mask on as well throughout the day. I've been out, just came back probably about 20 minutes ago. And this is what my face looks like. Top temperature today has been 17 degrees. It's currently 16 degrees. But you got to understand that I was actually in the car for quite some time. Journey to where we were going and then back as well. Was in a cab. So that was, yeah, interesting. And so, yeah, with a face mask as well. The makeup has stayed in place, which is very impressive. I'm really, really impressed by these products. I know for a fact that what I'm probably going to do as a norm for me is when I'm putting makeup on, that is I'm going to do the whole routine of putting all the products that I need to do, all the Hylamide products. And then on top of that, I'm actually going to use a different primer, which is the Can't Stop, Won't Stop primer. And I think that's going to keep me matte the whole darn day. And I'm just really, really surprised. Honestly, I've got a ring light here, which is as the lowest as you can get, so I can't get it any lower. And I've got two soft boxes here, so obviously everything is going to be looking like a hallelujah. Oh, okay, I won't go too far, but you know what I mean. It's, yeah, knocking things. That's what happens when you flap about like, you know, like a I don't know, like a seal or something, but yeah, you know what I mean. The light shines, but as you can see, apart from the actual shine here, there's only a little bit of gloss that you can get away with. I've not touched my face, I've not blotted, I've not done anything, and I know for a fact that if I was to just blot with just a brush like this, look at it, instant difference that makes. This is the best performance I've ever had, I would say. I mean, this is really, really good. Oh my God, I'm so impressed. It's just brilliant. For a first day, this is so impressive. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these for the whole month, as I said earlier. And then at the end of September, I'm going to come back to you guys and let you know what my thoughts are with regards to the products and see if I've seen any difference in my skin and how my skin performs and so on and behaves, and whether there is a reduction in oil, which is the main aim for this, and whether my skin is smoother or not. But certainly for the actual products and the first time usage, I'm really impressed. I cannot complain at all. I am a super, super happy bunny. I'm so pleased. So roll on the end of September 2020 and roll on 2020 altogether, because you've been a crappy year all the way through. But other than that, people, stay safe wherever you are, of course. Wear your masks. Don't be one of those people over there. I need to wear a mask. It's up to you. If you want to risk it, I wouldn't. Okay.